Welcome to the Real Outdoors with Boudreaux, right here on Bright House Networks. We're here today with Captain Phil Walters, GatorGuides.com, and we are out here at Lake Griffin at Pine Island Fish Camp, and we're going to go gator hunting this afternoon and this evening. Hi, Captain Phil.
Hey, Boudreaux, the Halloween Cajun.
There you go.
How's it going?
Good, good.
You ready to get out there and enjoy a little bit of Florida recreation?
I certainly am. We're going to have a good time tonight.
Yes, we are, and the alligators aren't, but we don't care.
That's all right. Yeah, for sure.
I was just going to show you a little bit of the equipment we're going to use tonight.
Sounds good. I know you've got your own company called Ratworks.
Well, Ratworks is under Gator Guides. I do guide service, and I produce the equipment made to hunt alligators because it's specialized. You can't get it at Walmart or Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, so a lot of people make it, but I make it, and I can guarantee you my stuff works.
We're gonna even see that tonight.
Yes, sir. Ratty, but works.
Okay.
Well, I'll just go real quick through some of this equipment. The first thing you need to hunt gators in Florida, it's at night. Most of the southern states you can only hunt them at night. You need a good hands-free spotlight, and you need hands-free because you want wherever you look, that's where you want your light, and also you want your hands free so you can hurt the gator. Now, once you find the gator, the secret to gator hunting is you got to get a restraining line on them, and this is through all the southern states.
Right.
If you don't know where the gator is, you can't make boots and wallets out of them.
That's
so
right.
You got to locate them. There's a couple of ways to do this. One way that works real good we're going to use tonight is you can use a locating device. You can cast this over it when they're swimming, or you can get them off the bottom. But when you got this line on them, you know where they are, and that's the secret. Now from there, some lakes you can't use a hook, and I tell you the best all-around way, some folks use archery. I'm not keen on archery because you can lose a lot of gators that way. A lot of folks end up shafting them where they shouldn't up in the vegetation. They can't retrieve them. That's just not good for hunting. So I'm a firm believer if you're going to shoot them, you got to retrieve them.
It's a conservation thing. You use what you get.
Well, it's a absolutely. It's put the best foot forward for hunting and conservation. Right. And, you know, but some people are leery. Taking a deer, you know, through a briar patch is one thing, but an alligator, you might have to get out about so deep like where you all came from, you know, the Cajuns, and go get him and retrieve him. That gator's not real happy.
No.
But you still got to get him.
There you go.
But anyway, good way. You can see this is what I call a throwing harpoon. All harpoons, some like them short, some like them long. This one's bit up a little bit, but we don't really care. They got a push point driver on the end, and then they have a dart. You get close enough to drive this dart in them, they go under the skin, and if you get this under, they hold, they don't come out. But the secret is you got to hit them hard enough to get it in them, because they have armor on their back, and you can't, a lot of times can't penetrate that armor.
So obviously you don't want to hit them in the head.
No, it'd be like hitting a politician. It's liable to ricochet off and hit somebody close to you and hurt them, you know, so don't hit the gator in the head.
So right behind the
You want to get, you aim for the jowl, but you take whatever you can get.
Okay.
A lot of times we've hit them from the tip of the tail to the tip of the nose, and actually got lucky on the nose. But again, you don't want to hurt the equipment, you know, by hitting that senator on the head and having it bounce off. So don't hit them on the head. And you throw these things the way I do it. It's a one-handed throw. It's like throwing a football. I mean, you put everything you got in it, and sometimes it's not enough. On charters, I'm constantly telling people, don't hit them on the head. Don't hit them on the head. I did say don't hit them on the head, right?
Right.
They still hit them on the head.
Right.
And hit them hard, because like I said, these things will bounce off. But once you got a good harpoon in them, you know where he is, you can retrieve him. We'll just set that back down in here. Then you tire them out. You have a fight on your hands. What we do is tire them out, tire them out, tire them out. We'll gaff them. And then we just take a simple roll of electrical tape and wrap him up. Tape his mouth shut, carefully, without sticking our fingers in there, because you end up kind of nubby.
Yeah.
You know, they're still hungry, they want their last little bite.
Right.
But once his jaws are secured, he's good. He can't hurt you. So once he's taped up, let's see, what did I do? No, you have my knife. What did you do with my knife? Did you take it to the flea market, or? Well, anyway,
back to you.
As we're looking for the knife, that's okay. We know it's around somewhere.
Yeah.
But we will use a knife to dispatch them and send them on to Gator Heaven.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. You locate them with a locating line, you harpoon them, get a strong restraining line, tire them out, tire them out, tire them out, because they bite everything. On my boat's all bitten up.
Right.
And then we tape them up and send them on a trip to Gator Heaven.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. Now you think you can do that and keep all your body pieces on you?
Oh, absolutely. There's no problem with that at all.
Okay, because remember, we're here to eat the gator, not vice versa.
He wouldn't want to eat me.
Well, we could try some gator sushi tonight.
That'd be good. I'd try it. Hey, you know us Cajuns, they say we'll eat anything.
Let us know how you like the show. Send us an email at realoutdoors@mybrighthouse.com.
Perfect. This is what an alligator hide looks like after it's been tanned, it's been skinned. This is one of the world's most elegant leathers. Very expensive when you get the finished product. And where they grade these things, what sets alligator apart from any other type of animal is it's a scale pattern. Each one's unique, no two are alike. And I'll give you a little lesson on crocodilians. For alligator, you see these little like crow's feet on the bottom of the scale?
Yeah.
If you look, every scale has crow's feet. If this was a crocodile, it'd have a dot on it.
Okay.
And if it was caiman from South America, caiman has these buttons, which if you look underneath, these are buttons. They devalue the hide. That's calcium buildup. It's basically becoming armor. Some alligators have this, some don't. It devalues the hide when you have it, but when you see these buttons, because they're not pliable, it is bone, that devalues it. But here's a nice belt for you.
That's awesome.
That's an alligator, and here's some alligator. There's a nice black dress belt. Now this isn't the best color, but this is a great use for the mascot of this well-known university. It's not eating any more poodles or hurting any Seminoles.
Exactly.
So this is a nice wallet.
Or any tigers by that now.
Yeah, we don't like when they eat any of those animals. But that's finished product, and a lot of this, the entire alligator will get used to some form. The heads get used for trophy mounts.
Right.
The feet will get used for trinkets, keychains. The body will be rendered down into soap. The meat, of course, sold so those top predators get a meal out of them.
Exactly.
So everything on this alligator gets utilized, and it's a great story, bringing it back from the brink of extinction to where now we hunt it under sustainable use principles.
It's a great story here in Florida
Absolutely.
and across the South. It's getting better and better everywhere.
Yes, sir. We now have, I'll just mention this to you, we have public gator hunting in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, and Arkansas of all places. So most of the South now has opportunities for the public like y'all to go out and enjoy this great resource. And let me tell you, alligator hunting's like no other type of hunting. In that in most hunting you have a comfort zone out there between you and the animal.
Not here.
Well, here's one that can eat you, and it's literally me to you.
Yeah.
You can smell breakfast on that alligator before we get done with it. So that's what makes this very unique, and why the folks that do it, it's almost got a little cult following, and that the folks that do it love it.
I'm ready.
Let's
You
go.
ready?
Let's get the boat in.
All right, let's get out there.
Send us an email at realoutdoors@mybrighthouse.com.
This is in late October. The alligator season runs from August 15th through November the 1st. It is very competitive anymore to get the permits. They sold 4,000 in a matter of 4 hours this year. Harvest units are all across the state. Some areas, of course, have more harvest units than others, more alligators for each harvest unit, actually. We're currently on Lake Griffin, and my favorite time for gator hunting, and having been doing this now for about 28 years, is from now, which it's about 6:35, from about a half hour before dark till about 8, 9 o'clock. When I was much younger, I used to hunt all night, but the gators, you get them at dusk, and you get them just before, like personally I'll hunt till about 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I'll come back maybe 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Unless I just feel like I want to pull an all-nighter, which I don't like doing anymore. Of course, at this time of day, you can see the gators. I wish that we would have one come up so we could get good film of it. Right now, the other boat that's with us, they're up along the shoreline. You'll find a lot of gators, especially because we have wind. Gators like to stay out of the wind, so that's one of the reasons that they'll be up in the cattails and in the grass along the shorelines, because they're staying out of the wind. Of course, when it gets dark, we'll start using headlights, and you'll be able to see alligators for a long distance because their eyes glow, and you'll pick up their red eyes. All right, we'll be right there. Going in, they're looking at a couple. So they're working a couple alligators right now, so we're going to go sit for a few minutes and see if they don't come up, which within the next 30 minutes, we'll be able to see them. They'll come up. That's what a gator will do. A lot of times, if you see a gator go down, if there's no big splash or anything, that alligator goes straight down to the bottom, and he'll stay there. And in about 15, 20 minutes, most of the time, he's going to come right back up in the same place. So especially if you're hunting a big gator and you see a big gator that does that, then you just sit and you wait, because he's going to come up and hopefully you have a shot at him. That's a good gator. Well, maybe not that good.
It depends how he's looking. If he's broadside, he's good, but I think he's quartering away on that part of his back. Is that one behind him over there close to the weed line?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the one close to the weed line. Some of the methods for gator hunting, there's several ways you can do it. Primarily is a harpoon. The harpoon technique is you find a gator if he's in the, you know, up in the grass, and you're hauling butt, you know, wide open, get right up on him, throw the harpoon in him and stick him. Because in Florida, in order to legally harvest a gator, you have to have him on a hand line. Hand line is either a harpoon, or you can also use a 2-inch peg on a rod and reel with a, you know, with meat or beef lung or different things, but you cannot use a hook. The other method, like, because we're right now on open water, if there was a gator to pop up within 100 yards, depending on the rod that you're using, you cast with a treble hook. Get them hooked up, keep tension, don't tighten the drag too tight, but you hook them up, and then once you get them to the boat, then you take the harpoon and get a hand line in them. Once you have a hand line in them, then you can actually control the alligator. And in the state of Florida, you cannot dispatch or hit them with a bang stick. And in Florida, the only legal method, you cannot use firearms. The only legal method is using a bang stick. But you have to have that alligator on a hand line before you can dispatch the gator. Bang sticks, you know, there's a lot of different types of bang sticks. I personally prefer a 44 Magnum. A lot of people use 357. A new round that is really becoming very popular with a lot of the guides that I work with is the 223, and you know, I can use any of them. I'm going to try the 223, not this year, but next year I'm going to try that because it has been so effective. Harpoons are different configurations. Some are wood, some are aluminum. The guy that we're hunting with tonight, he manufactures a wood harpoon. I work with the company. We manufacture aluminum harpoons along with bang sticks. And headlights, because it's very, a lot of people think that you can just come out here, you can gator hunt. It takes time. It is something that you have to absolutely practice, unless you just happen to get lucky, and you should always invest in good equipment. A lot of people think, actually, if you look over there, you see that they're blinking a light. Let's head that way.
We are waiting for a gator to pop up and take our offerings of poodles so we can turn them into something useful, like wallets, belts, and shoes. We're on Lake Griffin. I have my two gator hunting extraordinaire partners out here, Lauren Brown and Bob Palumbo, who last week killed a 12.9 at this very spot. It was a hell of a battle, and we're out looking for a couple more. The sun's gone down, so we don't know how big they are when we get on them. We just got to go work it and let the hunt begin. Darn it, it's hunting.
Boudreaux and the Real Outdoors would love to hear from you. Send us an email at realoutdoors@mybrighthouse.com.
I keep the rod pointed at him.
Oh. Now mine's off.
Well, see if you can get it straighten that line. And get straighten that hook out. Damn it.
Not a small one.
Didn't give me too bad of a dart shot. Fucking line ready when I want it to be ready.
You want me to?
Let's see what we got.
Perfect.
I don't know if the dart's buried in them though. Get
You
your
mean to put
harpoon
the-
ready. Get your harpoon. Just lay that down somewhere and get your harpoon. You guys getting this?
Yeah.
Get him in the neck. Don't get him at weight. Hold on. There's his back. Get him. Pull the pole. See if you got him. Give him some line. I think you got him. You got him. Too much light work. He's good. This is what separates gator hunting from every other type of hunting, in that you don't have that comfort zone. The only thing that might get close to gator hunting is hog hunting with the dogs, where you're up close and personal. This gator, if you're not careful handling him here, he can jump in the boat with you.
That would not be a pretty sight.
Well, we want to make boudin out of him, not him make boudin out of us.
Bujo screaming like a little
That's
girl.
some alligator sausage.
Yeah, well, he's trying to have some redneck
Don't
sausage.
bite my pinky pole.
Oh, he's biting it.
Stupid.
He's biting it. He's
know
got
he
it.
is.
Well, give him some lines. He'll beat the hell out of that pole. That pole's about ready to go in half. That's what's going to happen. You just took a snap on it there. That's, didn't break it. Probably still attached to it. Nope.
Oh, he's tore it up.
Well, yeah, he did.
Son of a gun. Ooh, he looks like he's ready to come in the boat.
He's pissed.
He is.
Pissed.
Watch him.
Like you'd be mad if you had a dart, two
Darts,
in your
two harpoons, and a snatch hook.
I'd be upset myself.
You think?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a tad bit?
Yep.
He may be better than 10.
He's right at 10. He's right at 10. He is wrapping himself up. He's got to tie himself up before it's done.
Maybe he'll wrap his mouth shut for you.
We've had him do that.
What was that?
We're
You
getting
or
ready
him?
to tape him in a minute here. Wasn't me.
It was him.
So all the force I understand with an alligator comes on the down.
Down, not up. Tape it. Go. Don't stick your fingers in his mouth. Wrap it 3 times. Pull it tight. Get out of the gap. Pull it 4 times. 3, 4. All right. Pull it tight. Snap it. That's good. All right. Don't pull.
Come on, baby.
Hold on. Line free. He's got to come over your way a little bit. Pull free.
I don't even see the snatch hook, so
It's on him.
I know, but I don't want you to grab it.
I'm not. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Coming right at you, Mike.
Grab his head, leg. 1, 2, 3. Push his head over this way. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Hang his head out. Hold on, just hang up on this.
I think I just felt the hook.
I don't know where the hook is, but it's there somewhere. So
It's right.
hang his head out.
That's a dart.
Hang his head out because he's still alive.
That's easier said than done.
You wanted a big one. You got another big one.
Oh, you son of a gun.
There's the hook.
What was
That
it?
pole-
Hang his head. Well, hang it. Just
The
put.
pole's wrapped around your eye.
All right. Just push his head out, Lauren. He's good. You want me to do it? Here. Get on the other side of the boat to balance the weight. Boo, get on the other side of the boat. Okay. He's still very much alive. He's not going to be here in a second.
So you're actually going in right behind the eyes and go down and sever the spine?
Well, you get him in the neck. You can't cut the head, needless to say, but yeah, we're going to put this in a spinal column, and when we do that, he's a gator. Here he goes. Get your head out of my boat, you damn gator. Get out of my boat. See how the eyes are closed? Yep. That's when you know you got him. Looks like we got us some alligator sushi.
I'm so glad we didn't dart those little 7 and 8 footers last night. Pretty gator, really pretty.
Yeah, he is pretty.
He hadn't got any messes on his hide or anything.
So what would you guesstimate that one would weigh there, Captain Phil?
A lot.
He's heavy. He's heavy, son.
Well, your average poodle is probably 10 pounds, so I'm guessing he's probably about 30 poodles worth.
About 300.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Oh, I feel good about the 2 tags.
You do, huh?
It's been awesome. What a great shot. Good morning. Couldn't ask for anything better.
The pink harpoon strikes again. The loyal order of pink harpoon.
Out here gator hunting. We've been out all night. We decided to take a little break around 2 a.m. and get a little nap, and then Captain Phil decided we're going to go back out and we're going to get a gator this morning. And guess what? Lauren stuck a 10+ foot gator out here this morning. If you see her pink harpoon behind us, got chewed up. Protect children and poodles. Hunt gators. That's your saying, huh, Captain
Absolutely.
Phil?
Well, it looks like we probably protected about 5 children and probably 37 poodles this morning. So we did a good job of doing our civic duty as hunters and conservationists.
That's a great job, Lauren. You did a good job sticking that gator.
I would all to my good captain.
It's looking a little dismal there late at night, wasn't it, Boudreaux?
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, we saw a lot of gators. We had some throws. And like you said, sometimes early in the morning might be a better time, and you were right on this morning.
Well, I appreciate you throwing that Cajun voodoo hex on the gator. Say, Gator, get stupid, come to Hunter. We have poodles so we can kill you. And it apparently worked.
Yes, it did.
That's a beautiful gator, trophy class. We worked hard for them, spent a night. That's well above the average that the average hunter gets when they're out gator hunting. So we did very well.
Why do you use a knife as opposed to the bang stick today?
Well, a bang stick is a fine tool, and I carry them on board because sometimes you need to use one, and it's a good idea to have one. But I prefer to use the knife. It makes this kind of up close and personal. Also, I believe it's safer in that I don't have people argue with me about, I'm going to grab the gator and you tape him. And with the bang stick, it's their hunt. They want to bang it, and I tell you, 9 times out of 10 they do it wrong. They fire the bang stick above the water, which blows your eardrums out. You can have lead flying, you can have bone flying. They often don't hit the gator for a clean kill. I mean, one shot should kill him, but oftentimes they hit him in a spot, because the sweet spot to kill a gator is very small. It's about the size of a peanut.
Yeah.
And if they don't hit them right, they don't die. So I don't think it's ethical to have that, you know, to have to hit them 3 or 4 times. So it's a safety factor in my book, and it's also an excitement factor. But I can control that alligator when you know, we have them taped up and we have them subdued, and then we go ahead and dispatch them with a knife. And like I said, to me, it makes the hunt, since this is a primitive animal, we're going out with really very little modern technology to harvest this animal. We have a harpoon and we have a knife. And that's fairly, you know, thousands of years now man's been hunting with this. So we're really kind of making a, you know, a statement back, because even with archery today, which is primitive to a point, but there's a lot of high tech in it.
Right.
Black powder is getting to be high tech, but this is kind of a throwback. I mean, we got some very basic equipment, and that's what we do. Hands-on, up close and personal.
Yeah, we're going to have some more great footage next week right here on The Real Outdoors with Boudreaux on Bright House and Networks.
If you would like to contact Boudreaux and the Real Outdoors, you can send us an email at realoutdoors@mybrighthouse.com.